Hello and welcome to episode 38 of series 1 of Become a Legend story mode. End of the last episode was a bit of a downer, wasn't it? I can't believe it. It's haunted me for the whole week. Jack was given the defensive position of the far post, and then as the cross came in, he just went for a little wander. And we lost the game. We didn't lose the game. We drew the game against Bristol City. And it's seen us drop further off the pace in the league. We're now down to third with 6 points behind City rivals Manchester City. Sad, sad times. But today, we've got FA Cup to worry about, and it's the semi-final against Leicester City. Jack starts on the bench. Let's get straight into it. So Jack's on an upward arrow, but he won't be starting today. Lingard starts ahead of him. Hopefully, we'll get a chance in this game, though. Leicester City, well, we know all about this side that won the league in one of the most unlikely things that's ever happened. And to make things even better, they've signed Little Mozart, Thomas Rosicky, one of my favourite players of all time. I'd love to play against him with Jack, that's going to be great. Let's get into it. So as it stands, across both series on this channel, Master League Story Mode and Become a Legend Story Mode, we're on for the treble in both. Or the sextuple, would that be what it was called? Would it be called? Maybe, I don't know. But this could change it all today, FA Cup, and we've been in such poor form at the moment, I would not be surprised to see us lose this, especially without Jack getting to play the full 90. United do always play better when Jack plays more. It's the same for every team he's been at. But the question is, will we get on today? Well, it generally depends on what the score is at half-time. If it's 0-0 or we're losing, then he will get a full 45. If not, we'll probably only get 20 minutes, which means we're playing 7-minute games is about 3/4 of a second in terms of actual time on the ball. So, see how we get on. So there we go, it's half-time, and it has been a very tight and closely fought game here in this semi-final. The Wembley crowd making a lot of noise, but not because there's been many shots. Though Leicester City have maybe shaded it, they've at least managed to get a shot off. United have yet to do so. Hopefully Jack will get a chance. Nice ball inside to Pogba. Can he slip in Harrison? What the fuck was that? Harrison made a good run there. Did not find him though. Don't want that in the air, Bastian, please, for fuck's sake. Good header onto Mkhitaryan now. He wants it. What is that? Fuck. Oh, Luke. Got to be kidding me. That was a simple pass there. Nice little back heel there out to Lingard. He wants it back. Not there, not there. Oh, it's fallen to Harrison. He'll hit this one. Into the gloves of Schmeichel. Had to give that a go, really. First chance. Is that the first shot on target for United? I think it might be. Right now, Harrison speeds away from Jeffrey Schlupp. Oh, he's got Pogba through the centre. Make the right run, Paul. That's a lovely ball in. The header. Why are you headering it? Oh, come on. World's most expensive player. What are you doing there? Great running from Harrison. He held the run, knowing that Pogba hadn't quite made the right decision. And that's a perfect ball in. He could have taken that down, written his name on it, and finished it with either foot. Oh, for God's sake. Harrison providing everything good so far. Edge of the box. He'll curl this one. Oh, comes off a Leicester City player. The short corner worked well. Harrison got it straight back onto that left foot. Looked to curl it. That was definitely going in. I think it came off a Leicester player. Oh, no, it didn't. Came off a United player, of course it did. Slimani with a header down. That's a lovely ball from Shah over to Vardy. He will get there. He'll put a ball in. It's well blocked. Fellaini loses the header. Oh, Shah back onto his right foot. Great turn there. Good save from De Gea. It's turning into a pretty decent game now. Ball comes in. Oh! And it's Andy King who scores the goal that could well win this game for Leicester City. And there's Thomas Rosicky. What a man. What a player. What a legend. At least it was him who assisted that goal. Pogba nowhere to be found. At either end of the pitch, he's having an absolute nightmare. And that's it. And that is it. Oh! You've got to wonder about some of the performances from this United team at the moment. We're slipping further and further off the pace. Our form is taking a nosedive. And we're out of the cup. Oh, dearie me. Pretty even game in the end. We ended up getting some shots in the end. That was pretty much just Harrison who came on. Got those shots off. He gets a 6, but it's 5.5s all around. Pogba was awful. Absolutely awful. Fellaini, when he came on, was truly terrible, and Zlatan just did nothing. Nothing to influence the game at all. Harrison definitely the standout performer, only given 45, but he was much better than everyone else. Love it in that attacking midfield position. I just wish we'd start there. Oh, I can't believe it. We could have played in an FA Cup final. That's the last we'll see of the FA Cup for Jack Harrison. Unfortunately, in this series, that is game over. We're not having a good time at United, really. 11 appearances now. A lot of them have been very short appearances, only 4 goals and 1 assist. It's not the record, it's not the levels that we should be playing at. We've got a couple of international friendlies, but we're not going to be playing them. We're going to skip straight forward all the way to the Champions League. But looks like we are starting for England at least. Let's see how we get on. Oh, it's a nice win against Chile. Preparing to win another tournament, England. That'd be great. I don't think we're going to get there, but it'll be fun. And we start again today against Spain. Hopefully our fatigue is being managed. I expect probably not. That would be well beyond anything that this game can manage. And we get another win. Oh, 2 good games. 2 good games. 27 appearances for England, 11 goals. That's decent. So first leg of the quarterfinals. And we're up against Borussia Dortmund. This is going to be a really tricky game. We're on the bench. Come on. We've scored all the fucking goals in the Champions League. How could you not play him? Let's take a look. Is it fatigue? Oh, it's a downward arrow, for God's sake. Well, we're going to have to sit on the bench and wait to come on. Hopefully, the game isn't already lost by then, because it could easily be. I mean, look at this. We're at Dortmund Stadium. This is beautiful. I don't think I've ever played here before. Oh, this is a lovely little intro. This is nice. We haven't quite got to these heady heights yet in PES 17. Not in Master League anyways. This is the first time we've got to see this. The road to Cardiff. Good stuff. And look at that beautiful stadium. I mean, I'm not one of the sort of people who really cares that much about stadiums or kits in PES. That's really not my thing. But actually, if we had all of these stadiums all properly done, that would be really nice, wouldn't it? Well, United without Harrison. Harrison on poor form. I don't know how after 2 England games. Maybe he didn't play well. Mkhitaryan's got the captaincy. That's interesting. Come on then, United. Let's have a good start here away from home. So it is honours even here in Dortmund, and it's been a pretty tight game. Actually, United playing a lot better than they did in the last one. At least we managed to crack off a shot, I think. At least one, yep. Still keepers, neither of them being tested, but yeah, we're playing a little bit better than we have been, which is encouraging. And Harrison does come on, and it looks like an attacking midfield position again. He's going to get the full 45. Poor form, unfortunately. Oh, it's a nice ball in from Zlatan. Didn't quite have the legs. And the overhead kick. Hasn't quite got that in his locker anymore. He's a good few years older than he is now, obviously. This would have been a great ball, though. Just needed a tiny bit more on it. Nice ball into Harrison. Takes it on the run. Going to slip this one inside to Zlatan. Wants it back. Zlatan, why are you so slow at everything you do? He is past his best, I think. It's safe to say at the moment. Royce, under pressure, loses out. Now Zlatan will look for the ball outside, does eventually find him, but then he's taken out by 3 men. I don't know who that was. Under a lot of pressure, though. Oh, Harrison with a good tackle. Will Zlatan come away with this? No, he won't. He can't do anything. What's wrong with you, Zlatan? I think you're due a nursing home soon. Royce, lovely ball through to Aubameyang. First real chance to set. Oh, Darmian does well. Nice passing there into Harrison. Oh, taken out by Garcia. Fairly though, says the referee. Harrison back out to Lingard. Wants it back inside. Harrison onto his left foot. Will hit this one. Bondman easy. Royce, nice ball out to Guerrero. Could there be a sting in the tail here? It's the home side to come forward. That's good defending again. Harrison, nice ball out there. To Mkhitaryan, the captain today, out on the left-hand side. Looking for options. He goes in to Zlatan. Oh. Gone out for a corner here. This game's so nearly done. This could be the last chance of the game here as Bender brings it forward. He's got Aubameyang making the run into the box. Time is up here. And that will be the end of this quarter-final matchup. And we didn't get the away goal, which is disappointing. That sees us at a disadvantage as we go back to Old Trafford in the second leg. But we didn't concede. We looked pretty strong. Pretty strong. Harrison came on, couldn't really do much. Poor form, not much time to do it. Didn't really allow Dortmund a chance to do much, which is the positive out of this one. Harrison comes on, gets man of the match. I think basically because we managed to get a shot away. The bar for a good performance at the moment is very, very low. So Barcelona sweeping aside Arsenal in that quarter-final matchup, as is expected. Ajax beating Roma, that's a good performance there. And Juventus and Bayern honours even. So 2 cup games to start this episode. Now we're back into the league and it's had what should be a fairly comfortable game against Sunderland at home. Be good to see Jack starting. Yes, he is, finally. We're going to get a full game out of him. Let's take a look at the sides. What's Harrison's sort of form looking like today? It'd be good to see him on some decent foot. No. Poor form. Poor form. We start out on the right, which is fine. Don't know after getting man of the match whether that's fair to give him a downward arrow, but, you know, fair. Is there a fair? Probably not. So drop points at home to Sunderland in the position that United are in now. Just doesn't even bear thinking about. there would be a revolt. So I'm sure Jose Mourinho has been really, just getting these players, trying to get them in the right headspace. At the moment, they don't seem to be playing like they should. They're playing within themselves. Some of the big players just aren't performing. Pogba, Ibrahimovic, really failing to do anything. We start today with Martial and Mata, though, and that's probably my preferred players to play with. So let's go. Harrison inside to Juan Mata. Gets it back. Skips away, that's nice. To Martial. He's taken out there on the run. Referee! Come on! That was nasty. Harrison taken out. Full flight. Harrison pokes the ball in for the header of Mkhitaryan. Just wide. Good start though. Jordan Pickford puts it high into the sky. Daley Blind will jump for it and he does really well to win that one. Harrison now can slip in. Anthony Martial, great step onto his left foot. Oh. Neves does well to get that back. And now Wazam Khazri will bring it forward. Harrison making up the ground though, really well. Januzaj to Rodwell. More good passing from Sunderland here. They're looking the best side so far, and Khazri gets up ahead of all of the Manchester United defenders. It's only a poor header. Prevents him challenging De Gea there. Jesus Christ, we look an absolute shambles at the moment. Great ball from Luke Shaw into Harrison. Now we'll run at this defence. Little chip ball looking for Martial. Couldn't quite find it. Short. Difficult ball for Harrison to take down there. Does well to win it back off Neves. Oh, come on. I'm getting so frustrated now with this. This is just really starting to get to me now. Defoe, good challenge. It's a nice ball. It's in the wrong place. So much to aim for there. The pass let him down massively. Oh, Harrison, good battling. Jesus Christ. We are playing so badly here. Sunderland probably looking the better side. United just unable to do anything at all. 40% possession at home against Sunderland. It's a disgrace, absolute disgrace. I mean, Harrison hasn't been great, to be fair. He's been pretty poor, but this is just not on. Harrison gets there first, but runs into trouble. Slips it through to Martial. Wants it back. Martial with a good effort. Lovely ball into Martial. Takes it out of the air. The finish. Off the Sunderland player, surely there. Well, that's one of the worst finishes I've ever seen. Great ball from Harrison. Didn't want that in the air, for fuck's sake. Why would you put that in the air? It was a perfectly straight ball along the floor into Harrison. Just stupidity is annoying sometimes. Oh, Harrison, great play. Wins it back. Turns and finds Martial. Didn't want it there, but we'll take it anyway. No! No! Ball inside to Anthony Martial. Looking to run at the Sunderland defence. Runs into trouble. Had no backup, essentially. Oh, Harrison skips away from one challenge and it's taken out. Oh, this is getting depressing now. Just unable to do anything at all. And that's Harrison off. Another disappointing game. We're just really failing to do anything at the moment. United, Harrison, just going to shit. Everything is going to shit. What a horrible way to end this series. As Harrison fizzles out in a poor Manchester United team who had it all and lost it. Well, if we can't score here, then we're out of the league for sure. This Sunderland defence just collapsing on us every time. Nothing we can do. No creativity. Nothing to us. Oh. Why? Ah, there it is. There it is. There goes the league. And the Old Trafford fans will be incredibly angry at that. Only 3 shots in the whole game. Embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. Manchester City slipped up as well. Oh, we could have just closed the gap a little bit now. We could have closed the gap to 4 points, but it's 5. Still in the race, but only 17 wins is really the poor part of this. Harrison couldn't do much today. He was on poor form, but still not good enough. Right, last game. Second leg of the Champions League quarter-final against Dortmund. This is where Harrison needs to come into his own. Oh, he's on the bench again. I don't believe it. Take a look at the sides. Harrison, sideways arrow, still doesn't start. Oh. I mean, at least in the last episode, we had some rays of light. Harrison scored some goals. We looked to be getting back into things. This episode, it's just been a horrible downward slide into hell. And the slide is made of cheese graters. And you're not wearing any clothes. And it's they're using vinegar to lubricate the slide. That's how it feels. That's how I feel today. Yes! Finally we get our goal, and it's Jesse Lingard who sneaks in with a rare one, and we're ahead here. Didn't look to be the case, we weren't playing that well. The home side have got an important goal. Obviously an away goal now from Dortmund would change the complexity of this tie completely, but this, I was fairly lucky to fall to him, but he took it well on his left foot, and finally we've got something here. So there we are, half time, and we're a goal up here at Old Trafford. We haven't seen that in a while. We have not seen that in a long time. Fortunately, it means we probably won't see Jack in the second half, but I'd rather we won than Jack necessarily got a lot of minutes, so we'll see whether he gets on. Probably not. No, didn't think so. Okay, well, we'll join the action if there is any, or if we see Jack. Both things probably unlikely. Oh, and Lingard grabs a second! Oh, is it an own goal? I'm not sure, but whatever it is, that should see us through to the semi-finals. Decent work down the side there. Mkhitaryan takes it under, puts the ball in with the outside of his boot. Lingard looked to finish it. I don't know what happened there. Maybe some sort of glitch, I'm not sure. But anyway, doesn't matter. It went in, and it was adjudged to be a goal. That's all we care about. Can Dortmund strike back? So we're going to get a sneaky 20 minutes here. Harrison has come on. Don't know what position he's come on at. Oh, it's through! It's got to be! And it's a third, and Mkhitaryan seals it there. And that's us through. Well, Dortmund have just imploded here. Some of the defending in this game has been comical. And that took a deflection as well. None of the goals have exactly been clean. But it doesn't matter. As we always say, they all count. Nice ball along the line to Harrison. He's got space to run into here. He's got Zlatan with him. Weigl in his wake. Harrison will hit this one. Just, I don't know what's happened to us. That was really awful. Short corner here into Harrison. Steps away from Andre Schürrle. And then into trouble again. I've just lost it. I've actually lost the ability to play Become a Legend. And there we have it. We're through to the semi-finals. Excellent performance from United today. The first one in a long time. And it needed to be, because we couldn't allow them to get an away goal, which would have changed it all. Didn't even get a shot away, Dortmund. I mean, they were really poor today. Harrison came on. Didn't really manage to do much. Grabs a 6. Mkhitaryan gets 7. All the goals were pretty poor quality, weren't they? But still, doesn't matter. We're through. So, semi-final. Who's it going to be in the finals? Ooh, exciting. Into the draw. Who do we want? Probably not Barca. Probably not Barca. Barca. Fine. I mean, difficult draws all around. Oh, Roma pulled it back against Ajax. Incredible performance from them. Right, we're going to play the next game because we've just not had many minutes. I've not deserved them. I mean, I feel like I'm ruining Jack Harrison's career at the moment. I don't know what it is. You know, we're not getting enough minutes. I'm not getting enough practice. And the games we're playing are so short. So we can cram them all in to the end of this series. We're not getting starts. We're not playing well enough to get starts. And it's a horrible, vicious cycle. Vicious circle. Horribly vicious, whatever it is. It's just not happening for Jack at the moment. He's up to 62% manager trust level. He's on an upward arrow today. Still not in the squad, though. Not in the starting lineup, anyway. Lingard starts ahead of him. He did play well. He did score in the Champions League. Maybe even twice, you could say. So it's a trip down to the Liberty Stadium. And Manchester United massively need a win. We had a chance to close the gap on City in the last game against Sunderland. Just couldn't pull anything out of the bag at all. I don't even think there was anything in the bag in the first place. So half-time here at the Liberty Stadium, and it is honours even. But the honours are 0-0, unfortunately. It's a ball draw. It's a ball draw at half-time, and a ball draw because we haven't even had a shot on target. Once again, United floundering in the league against some of the worst opposition possible. Swansea, Sunderland, just proving to be too much at the moment. Good, Harrison's on, and it's attacking midfield for him as well. Let's see if we can put in a good performance today. Oh, what are you doing, Pogba? As soon as he gets on the pitch, they just start losing their minds. Didn't want that in the air. What are you doing? Montero, good interplay with Sigurdsson. Looks to stick it down the line to Biabi. Find the right ball. Now Harrison, bring it forward. Whips it out to Henrik Mkhitaryan. And goes first time into Martial. Lays it off to Harrison. Little chip ball in, looking for Martial again. Nordfeldt comes out. Could have maybe gone on our own there. Looking to be the creator when maybe we should have been a little bit more selfish. Come on, ref. There's a foul there somewhere, surely. Harrison, great layoff there. Wants it back in the box. Can he get away from Norton? He can. Looks to put a ball in now. Lingard with the header. And finally, Harrison has actually done something good. And that was a good cross for Lingard. Put it right on his forehead. And Lingard, in good scoring form at the moment, puts that away nicely. And we're finally ahead in the league for a change. Now Harrison. Slips it into Ibrahimovic. It's a good ball into Zlatan. He'll hit that one wide. Come on. Be a last chance here for Swansea. The ball comes into the box. We'll be able to clear. Harrison, the most advanced player. Not going to win the header there. Well, it's a win. And I guess Harrison got an assist, which is not exactly the exciting way we wanted to finish the episode. But at least he's contributed something in these 5 games that he's played in this episode. And it was the telling cross to find Jesse Lingard for the goal, and he grabs man of the match again. That's alright, it's acceptable. Acceptable stuff here from Harrison. Only acceptable, though. It'd be good to see us starting the next game. 5 points now behind Man City. We've clawed back 1 point, but we could be only 3 points behind them now. And we do have City still to play, and we wanted to get them into that position. So next game, Newcastle United. Will Harrison be starting? I think he's done. Not even in the squad. Not even in the squad. Fine. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Man of the match. What are we up to now? 63% manager approval rating, probably. Manchester City and Barcelona in the next episode. 64% manager approval rating. Apparently that's not enough. Let's see how we get on in the league just before we leave. So it was a good win against Newcastle, and we're still 5 points behind City, who we play in the next episode. I can't believe the Sunderland game. That Sunderland game is going to probably turn out to be a really significant part of this season, because the draw there, if we'd won that, then the game against City would be a game to go level on points. Now all we can do is knock a few points off them, but that's it. And we're on the bench for the Barcelona game, so next episode is going to be an absolute barnstormer of an episode. We've got both legs of the Barcelona game, and then Manchester City, and then West Brom and Stoke City, the last 2 games of the season. Man City need to slip up, and we need to beat them. It's going to be, it's going to be so close. And the semi-final against Barca is going to be a big one. So join me on Friday for the next episode. What an episode it's going to be. I'm excited. I'm probably going to need to get some practice in before then, because I've been truly abysmal. Today especially. I'll see you in a bit.